Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We are back again with another video. And before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And let's get straight into today's video. We got a lot to talk about, but I'm just going to let you guys know that some of the things we need to talk about today is, of course, Viktor Gyokeres and the interest from Arsenal cooling off, as reported in Portugal. Also, Eberechi Eze is still the priority for Arsenal, regardless of the Madueke potential signing. And the news around Madueke has caused the Arsenal fan base to absolutely lose their heads, including myself. But we will talk about it, as the abuse that he's receiving online is unwarranted. And yes, we don't want the signing, or some of us don't want the signing, but the abuse he's receiving is ridiculous. And finally, Rodrygo goes. Let's talk about Rodrygo goes to begin. Before we go any further, please hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Madrid zone. And we're not talking about Konate. We are talking about Rodrygo, Las Vegas. Update on Rodrygo. Rodrygo wants to stay at Real Madrid, as reported by this person here. But the funny thing is, Rodrygo has been told he can leave, and Real Madrid are now looking for a club to buy Rodrygo, as the decision has been made. And Marca report that Real Madrid want Rodrygo to leave the club. Xabi Alonso speaking about potential attacking options, and when given the opportunity to speak about Rodrygo yesterday, he said that had nothing to do with his future, but Real Madrid are now open to selling Rodrygo, letting him leave. The decision will be made in the next week to discuss his future. Priority is to continue in Europe for Rodrygo. Of course, he wants to play in the top league. Real Madrid made it clear that Rodrygo, that its move away from the club is the destination. Of course, they're talking about egos and everything else with Vini and Mbappe, and they don't want to break that up. But the main thing that was very interesting is that he was asked about not playing Rodrygo, and what he said when asked about Rodrygo was very interesting, because he basically said, well, it was a tactical decision and it had nothing to do with it. But we can't find that tweet right now, so we'll come back to that in a second. One thing we do know is Liverpool want Rodrygo. In the case that Liverpool were to sell Luis Diaz, they view Rodrygo as a potential upgrade, and Liverpool want to bring in some attacking quality this window. They're speaking about Alexander Isak, and now they're speaking about Luis Diaz leaving and Rodrygo potentially being the replacement. Arsenal have a problem. Arsenal have a big problem. We might spend 50 million on Madueke. That's one issue. But Rodrygo could be available this window, and Arsenal could miss out on Rodrygo and he could end up at Liverpool. If not at Liverpool, he could potentially end up at multiple options. But Liverpool is amongst one of the clubs interested. Everywhere you go, you see the Reds of Liverpool now want Rodrygo. We got ourselves a problem. Bayern want him, Liverpool want him, City want him. Rodrygo to Liverpool or Bayern or Man City, any day now. Those guys are all after him. Rodrygo's issue is expected to explode in the coming days, as people are saying. Rodrygo is a hot property. Everybody wants Rodrygo. Rodrygo's going to cost a lot of money. He's going to be a big part of your transfer kitty. And if you want to sign Rodrygo, you're going to have to drop top dollar. Arsenal in a situation where they cannot afford to make a mistake this window, in my opinion. They cannot afford to make a mistake this window, in my opinion. And if they don't do the right thing, they could potentially make a massive mistake. We have to wait and see what happens. But at this moment in time, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. Arsenal are interested in Rodrygo, but that's pretty much it. We've had intensive talks with Real Madrid. Real Madrid want to sell. No real update there. He will leave Real Madrid. Will he head to Arsenal? We don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see where things go from here. Next, Noni Madueke. Now, before we talk about Noni Madueke's actual footballing ability, it's insane and disgusting the amount of abuse he's receiving. And when I say abuse, I mean like people going and messaging him, people going on Twitter and DMing him saying some crazy shit, people going out of their way to message him directly saying, every time you touch the ball on the pitch, I will boo you. You're not welcome at our football club. You are a S player. This is wrong. As much as you don't want the signing of Noni Madueke, and don't get me wrong, I don't want the signing of Noni Madueke, but abusing him makes no sense. Now, Arsenal have basically had Arsenal fans have started a petition and have had over 2,000 signed 2,000 people have signed the petition. 2,020 people, no, 2,200 people have signed the petition as a collective that they do not want Noni Madueke. People comparing this to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz had Real Madrid after him. Kai Havertz had teams in Germany after him. This petition is a mad thing. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the petition is almost at $3,000. To have a petition, what is it going to change? It's not going to really change anything. It's not going to really do anything. But the hashtag is flowing. People are saying hashtag no Noni. I hear it everywhere. This is potentially the starting 11 if we don't sign Gyökeres. If we sign Gyökeres, Gyökeres is in the starting 11. And I think most likely Martinelli is going to be in the starting 11. So I don't know why they put Saka, Kai Havertz, and Noni Madueke. They're trying to gaslight us. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. As you can see, all the Arsenal fans are quite upset. All the Arsenal fans are all upset. But Noni Madueke to Arsenal. The latest news on Noni Madueke to Arsenal from Fabrizio Romano, which he stated, where was it? Must have been earlier today. No, nothing really. So yeah, David Ornstein is the guy Fabrizio Romano is the guy who has been updating us on a regular with the Noni Madueke stuff. But it looks like there's no Noni Madueke updates today from David Ornstein. So there you go. No Noni Madueke updates from David Ornstein. Let's go to Fabrizio Romano. Let's go to this one here. 2 hours ago, speaking to those closest to Noni Madueke, the Sun have told, despite reports, doubts that the player has the top mentality, is desperate to play with and against the best of the best level and would relish the chance of playing in the starting spot at Arsenal. Really, he relishes the opportunity to join Arsenal. I just find that hard to believe. As for Norgaard, the signing of Norgaard is done. Norgaard is official. Norgaard is an Arsenal player. Norgaard has been announced. He is signed, sealed, and delivered for quite reasonable fee. So what Arsenal have been able to do is they've been able to turn Jorginho and Thomas Partey into Zubimendi and Norgaard. I still don't know what the actual breakdown of Norgaard's wages is going to be. But hey, Norgaard is signed, sealed, delivered. Everything is sorted. We're going to have to wait and see where we go from here. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. When we find out more information, I will let you know. At this moment in time, that is pretty much it on the Norgaard situation. Let's quickly just go through some tweets here before we go any further. Please do hit the like button. Please do hit the subscribe button. First things first, shout out to Doc AFC. The players are returning to training and they're now going to Spain to go train in Le Manga. Arsenal have gotten the women's signing. We got Dauman has arrived and he's training with the first team. Max Dauman's with the first team. Fabrizio Romano gives us an update on Viktor Gyokeres, says that the deal remains ongoing with the two clubs, maintaining a position that the transfer fee, no chance Gyokeres shows up to training, and has informed Sporting about that he only wants Arsenal. So hopefully that gets done soon. Madrid opened Rodrygo talks to sell him. Gyokeres' deal remains ongoing. The situation is tense. Arsenal are relaxed and want the deal in their terms. Sporting are sticking to theirs. There is a small gap, which is about 5 million between the two clubs. Gyokeres will not show up to training. Situation remains broken between the player and Sporting. The player is ready to go to war, to go to Arsenal, and the deal is on. Conversation is ongoing. So there you go. Man is going to war for us. Shout out to Gyokeres, literally going to war for Arsenal at this moment in time. We're just seeing more and more stuff as we go. We already spoke about Noni Madueke. We already spoke about that. We already spoke about that. We already spoke about some of the players, Norgaard signing and everything else like that. Shout out to Norgaard. Where is what I'm looking for? Final thing. Eberechi Eze is still a priority, and this has been reported by none other than Ben Jacobs. Friend of the show, Ben Jacobs, says that Arsenal are expected to approach Chelsea to formalize discussions for Eberechi Eze, Palace attacker, still high in Arsenal's thinking, as revealed. It is following positive talks with the players' camp that Eze is separate to the Noni Madueke talks. So there you have it. If it's going to be a situation where we're going to get Noni Madueke and Eze, at least we're getting Eze with it. But personally, I would just get Eze and go get Rodrygo. But I don't know if they're going to do that. Let's wait and see. As for now, I bid you guys adieu. I'm going to be back tonight with a big panel show, as there's so much going on. And yeah, Arsenal better not choke. Arsenal better not choke. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you guys in the next one. You already know what it is. Love for the love. And keep it classy, people. There's no need to abuse Noni Madueke. Peace.